Another season of EA Sports College Football kicking off here in Week 0. It's the Cincinnati Bearcats and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Bearcats will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Aggies offense will go to work first. Mario Craver, this is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He has a big play waiting to happen.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. They'll ride the hot hand. Could be an alley. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the all-season was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
A&M comes back out with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On third down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. The run inside. It's Owens. He's up to 41 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it on the option. Nice move to pick up yardage. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, this is a quarterback who has outstanding running ability, and he's hoping the defense is going to give him an opportunity to tuck this football and get upfield, but there was nothing there. You saw him that time. Hold on to it, hold, hoping someone on defense was going to get out of position, but nobody.
Maybe some room here. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Final play of the quarter coming. On the move, it's Owens. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the second quarter as we get ready to get things started. So first down here as they go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. Reed. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Maybe a crease. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
What can you say about this guy on this drive? There's zero mystery. They just keep turning around and they keep handing it off. He's stacking up the yards on this drive alone, and at this point the defense knows who's getting.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about Reese until we visited, and
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Reed makes the grab. It's Craver. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch in this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Dropping back, it's Reed. Finds his tight end. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
Throwing Reed. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throw back.
3rd and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Showing the arm strength to the left. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Reed to throw. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on first down. Playing the pass, now forcing a second down. You want to force the field goal here. Obviously the bad field position, but the defense responds on first down.
Makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Back to pass, it's Reed. Wide out trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Calls his own number. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the 2nd time. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right.
Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Might as well give it to him again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Using his legs, it's Owens. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the deflection on third down. How? And the Bearcats have it with a first and goal. The play action fake. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Bearcats! That's the... The Aggies offense will have another go at it. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It looks as if we have an injured Bearcat on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Here we go. Ready, go.
They'll go right back to it. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Timeout called. Cincinnati using its second. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Trying to pick it up on the ground. There's some room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Now Cincinnati spends its final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Makes it past the marker. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Looks as if he's going to run it. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Reed. Pressure coming. Fires quickly. Makes a grab and room to run. That'll be a 1st down, and the last one they'll need is they're going to get the victory in this one. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Here comes the heat. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
It's hard in this area throwing over this big defensive line. They've got long arms. You saw it right there, knocking that ball down on 2nd down.
They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. A run for the quarterback. Finding some... Headed to the end zone. And they're barely able to stop the score. They'll mark it at the 1. It is rare to have this kind of speed at the quarterback position. And the tough thing for a defense is even if you're right, he can make you wrong.
Same thing for an offensive coordinator, just the opposite. You might dial up the wrong play, but because of his speed, natural athletic ability, he can bail you out and go find positive yards.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they... This offense has it with really good field position. On the run, it's Owens. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie!
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able...
Waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field.